Hola Virgos, this is your middle of the month reading. This is just a peek to see what's going on with your energies. If it resonates, consider, for March 2019, if it resonates, consider a personal reading. My rates, my info, my email are below. Also keep in mind this is a general reading, so it can be about love, family, friends, finance, business, career, however it resonates for you. Be sure to check out my 2019 Sun Moon readings, which are in my playlist. Go look up your Sun Moon sign and check out your predictions for 2019. And then while you're at it, check out 2018 Sun Moon readings and see if they rang true for you. I'm always going to be trying to work on compatibility readings. Those are also my playlists. I'm on the Instant Go app if you need a quick answer to a quick question. I'm also on Facebook and Insta uploading my weeklies. And I think that's it for you guys. Yeah. All right, so let's see what's going on. Virgos, alrighty. Keep in mind these are really big cards, so I mean, people like something will pop up and people will be like, "Oh my God, it was a jumper." It isn't. It's just that they're. I know what a jumper is. They're just big and awkward cards, and sometimes I slip or I fumble. Difference between a fumble and a jumper. Okay, so Holy Spirit, angels, divine guides, and universe, can you please show me energies, current energies for Virgo, current energies for Virgos. Okay, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Can you please show me, Virgo, what are their challenges? What are Virgo's challenges? What are Virgo's challenges at this present time? What are Virgo's challenges? Mid-March. Challenges. 5 of Fire in the upright. Can you please show me what advice you have for Virgos? Middle of March, mid-March. What advice you have for Virgos, please? Middle of March. Page of Water in reversed. And then can you please show me how Virgos will move forward from this reading? How will they be moving forward from this reading? Okay, we have the Messenger of Earth in reversed. You're ready. I'm just checking on something really quickly here. All of a sudden my knee just started killing me for some reason. Any of you guys have knee problems out there that I need to know about? I was looking at the Page of Cups and then my knee hurt, and then I started thinking of water on the knee, which is like really weird, okay? All right, so you guys, something happened. Okay, for general energies, we have the Fortune's Wheel, okay? Something unexpected happened, changed very quickly. The Wheel of Fortune is a cycle about up, and then it's down, and then it's up, and it's down. It's about, you know, hit your down point, and all of a sudden the next day things turn around and things are great and you're optimistic again, and then things turn around and they're not so good, and it just happens suddenly. It's a very cyclical kind of energy, but this is actually in an upswing. So your situation has improved, whatever that situation was. I'm feeling like I haven't pulled clarifiers yet. I will, but you've done something to try to improve your situation is what I'm getting, and it's coming off of a situation that was in a down cycle, so to speak. Now, I look over here to your challenges, okay? I'm kind of getting, you know, the 5 of Fire can be about, you know, people, a group of people, like, you know, fighting amongst themselves, having competition, rivalry. I'm not getting that. I'm getting a really singular card from this. I'm getting that you're conflicted within, actually, because the woman on this card looks very perplexed. She's by herself and she just looks perplexed. And then all around her, there's a lot going on around her, like butterflies and, I don't know, fiery flowers and things like that. And she's kind of sitting there like, what am I supposed to do with all of this? So I think the challenge right now, you're conflicted within. There's, you know, maybe you're in your heads too much. Maybe there's a lot going on in your environment and you can't assimilate it all. You can't kind of figure out what to do, which way to go, or what happened. And it might be because of this, because that cyclical thing is kind of going on. And now you're conflicted about how to handle it or what to do. And that's, I feel like, your largest challenge at this present time. So here we have the Page of Water, which is interesting. Page of Water in reverse is another card of things just being disorganized. Sometimes it's like a brat that kind of like doesn't want to work and wants to play. And you might be dealing with this person. Sometimes it could be, you know, it has connotations about alcohol, this and that. But I'm not getting that with this. I'm getting the advice here for you guys because there's this conflict going on, things have changed suddenly, now you're conflicted within, is to get things back into order. I feel like you guys are really out of sorts right now. So you need to take the time to calm down, get an ordered routine. Maybe some of you need to like bust out your planner and start writing out day-to-day plans and things like that. Focus on something really solid, okay? It can also be like an offer not materializing. And you might be dealing with somebody also, like I said, the Page of Cups in reverse is somebody who is attention seeking, okay? They are just all about them. They're about their needs, what they want. That's what I meant. They can be a little bit bratty. Like this person's living in a dream world, and then when you kind of counter that, they get really defensive, and you have a really hard time dealing with this person. You're trying to ground them, and that isn't necessarily working. So you either need to get disorganized yourself because you're conflicted within, or you're dealing with somebody who kind of wants things a certain way, and you're kind of telling them, hey, that's not how the world works. This is how it kind of has to be, is what I was getting from that. Messenger of Earth, this in reverse. This is another, you know, thing where I feel like you guys are out of sorts. You're out of your element right now. You might have had something that you went through, and we have 2 pages in reverse here, so I'm getting an energy unlike yours, an immature sort of energy from this. You know, pages in reverse aren't refined. They're still in the new stages of things, and when they're in the reverse, it's, you know, in a negative way, actually. So I'm feeling, you know, for some of you, there was something that kind of went on. It might have been a short-term sort of thing. It didn't last for a long time. It was a period of short-term pleasure. It was a period of, I don't want to say entitled, extravagant. I almost feel like indulging in a way, indulging, but in a I don't want to say a selfish way. Okay, I'm going to say a selfish way. Maybe indulging in a selfish way. Maybe buying something that was a little out of your, you know, out of your budget or what have you, just so you could be satisfied for the short term, or feeling like you deserved it or something like that. But this is how you're moving forward. So be careful of that. Be careful of doing something for short-term pleasure. I feel like this is a cautionary tale. Be careful of buying something that's out of, you know, that spending a little bit more just because you want it, you feel entitled to it. Be really careful with your money. Be responsible with it, okay? And I'm going to pull clarifiers, so we'll see. But then I realized that that was you moving forward. Alrighty. So can you please provide your truth, your clarity, your wisdom in regards to why Fortune's Wheel is here in the upright for Virgo's present energy? Why is Fortune's Wheel here in the upright person? Queen of Swords in reverse. This is coming out of the back. Okay, so some of you are dealing with some sort of energy. This Queen of Swords in reverse energy. This person who doesn't like how things are going. They might not like that you haven't improved, or that you're improving your situation, or that you made a decision suddenly for yourself, or that luck has turned for the better. The cycle is on an upswing, and I feel like the Queen of Swords, this person's on the losing end of it, so they're not very happy about it. They're emotionally distorted. They're feeling a little bit like they want to get revenge. They might be attacking you for some reason. Any of those things. The Queen of Swords in reverse has a little bit of a bitchy tone to her. And I see with the 8 of Wands in reverse, you're not speaking to this person. So right now, you guys are not having any contact. I feel like maybe you chose to do. If you're not having no contact at all, if this person isn't blocked, then you're actually, what am I trying to say? There's lack of response. And I think the lack of response is coming from you. And because there isn't this response, I feel like the Queen of Swords is getting a little bit worked up. But I see the King of Cups here. So I feel like you guys are working on your emotions. Okay, I feel like before, maybe you might have, and maybe it was because you were dealing with this person, who knows. But with the King of Cups, you guys are really you're trying to get a handle on your emotions. You're trying to be emotionally controlled. You're trying to be the best person you can be. You're trying to exercise empathy without getting sucked into feelings. You're, you know, things like that. So you're trying to become more even keeled, okay, when it comes to your emotions. The King of Cups is not a detached energy, but he doesn't get totally sucked into feelings. And if somebody else is emotionally distorted, he's not going to kind of get sucked into that, okay? He's trying to stay balanced in the emotion zone. Alrighty. Why is this 5 of Fire here for Virgos in regard to their challenges? Who is this person with this energy? Additional messages. What is their conflict? What is Virgo's conflict that is challenging them? What is Virgo's conflict that is challenging them? It's time. Okay, somebody from your past. Of course, we have the 6 of... So part of the conflict is you're thinking about somebody from your past. You're thinking about possibly reconciling with somebody. An ex actually might pop up. And with the Devil card here, that's the card of Capricorn. You're conflicted because I think that you exited out of this toxicity. You actually got out of this. So at first you thought it was going to be really hard to kind of get out from what binds you in regards to this person from your past, but you did kind of get out of it. You freed yourself from what was binding you, all right? And it was easier than you thought it was. Like for a while you were having a struggle, you were conflicted, you were wondering, oh man, you know, and actually, since this is your challenge position, you could be feeling this right now, where you're feeling, am I going to be able to break away from this person? And they're kind of telling you, if you kind of do that, it will be easier than you thought, even though you have a tie to this person. And I think that's where your conflict is. Are you actually going to be able to do this? Are you actually be able to follow through with this? And this doesn't have to be a relationship. This could be a job. This could be a family member. It could be a variety of scenarios, because I know some people are like, oh, it's about love. No, it's about emotions, and emotions can kind of go across the board in regards to things. I do feel like you guys may be having an ex pop up. It is Mercury retrograde. That's what happens when the Fortune's wheel is here, and that's what happens when the 6 of Cups is here. So there's an ex that's going to come back, or an ex that's going to try to reappear, an ex that's going to try to give you a tap on the shoulder, or somebody you had a relationship with or a partnership with, whatever it was, somebody from your past. The Hanged Man here, so here you are. So the challenge is, I think you guys are a lot in your head, okay, because I said you were conflicted within. The challenge is, using this period of downtime in a constructive way, okay? So you put things on hold, you're in a holding pattern right now, and you're kind of waiting before you decide things. You're suspending, or wait, you should be. The challenge is waiting before you decide something. Not moving forward in regards to action. It's using that time in limbo to kind of have enlightenment about what you want and what fulfills you and what have you. This kind of goes back to the weekly reading a little bit. Okay, I think you guys are having a hard time trying to figure that out, and that's where the conflict is. Like, what do I really want? You know, do I want to get back together with this person, or do I want to go in the past? You know, it could be a past offer coming up, a job offer coming up, and you remember how toxic it was and you got out of it. So do I really want to go back to it? So you're definitely doing a lot of, you should be doing a lot of kind of marinating in that during this Hangman time, and doing it in a positive way, figuring out what you really want, what is the best path for you, before you sacrifice anything, okay? Because it is about you know, figuring out if you should or shouldn't sacrifice something. Alrighty, why is this Page of Water here? Who is this person? What is this energy? I just feel you guys are really mixed up in your heads, disorganized. Wouldn't say confused, rather conflicted. Why is this Page of Water here for Virgos in regards to advice? Who is this person? What is this energy? Okay, I have 3 cards of reconciliation now. With the Judgment card makes it 3. So some of you are going to be trying to reconcile. Somebody's going to be trying to reconcile with you. Alrighty, so they're telling you, if you are going to reconcile with this person, now remember, this person could have been the Page of Water reverse, somebody who likes to play, someone who, you know, isn't necessarily the best energy for you, somebody who's really immature, somebody who, you know, throws a tantrum if they don't get their way, or just somebody who kind of, or a situation, somebody or a situation that kind of leaves you disorganized and disordered. And since it's in the advice here, so they're letting you know you're having to deal with this kind of energy, this person or this energy, the Judgment card is saying, make sure if you are going to revisit this thing from your past, or if you're going to jump back in it or what have you, you really kind of decide, is this going to work out? Are you assessing this situation as you should be? Are you looking at it with total clarity? Have you absolved yourself and released all of your regrets? And can you make this choice without looking back? That's what they're telling you. And if you are in that space, if you are able to do that, then fine, okay? We do have the Seven of Swords here, which leads me to believe this person or this situation, the Seven of Swords guy, usually he's a little bit about himself and what he wants, okay? He has a hidden agenda. He has, you know, he's kind of shady. He's doing something shady, okay? He's kind of sneaking around. And I'm feeling like this person, they have their own agenda that they want to do. So that's why they're telling you, really consider carefully, because we have the Five of Swords here, and that can have connotations regarding that too. See how that guy is taking the swords and he's like, haha, I got what I wanted. Sometimes the Five of Swords can be about somebody who got what they wanted. They fought for something and they got it. And they're kind of telling you, you know, this person, if they do fight for it and they get what they want, it has a negative connotation associated with it, okay? So it seems like somebody has an agenda here, so they want you to, sorry for the interrupt, okay? So with the Judgment card, they just want you to make sure that you've judged everything. And if you have, and whatever, then kind of go for it, okay? But just make sure you do that. Messenger of Earth. Let's see what's going on with this as you guys move forward. Why is the Messenger of Earth here? Who is this person? What is this energy? Additional messages. Messenger of Earth. I keep on getting with that. Don't do what's gonna suit you in the short term. Look at the long term plan, which I shouldn't have to tell you guys that. Okay, why is the Messenger of Earth here in reverse? Virgos, as they move forward from this reading. Who is this person? What is this energy? Knight of Swords. Okay, and the reason why I'm telling you, well, let's see what else comes out here. Okay, don't make a decision going forward because you feel cut off, maybe you feel isolated, maybe you're feeling a little bit lonely. Because if you do, go ahead and do that. So remember, we're talking about short-term pleasure or short-term need, or you know, a impulse purchase of some sort, because you need to feel better about yourself. The Hermit card is the card of Virgo, but it's in reverse, because you need to feel better about yourself. And something will come in unexpectedly. So we have this Knight of Swords here coming in, and again, so you have two cards of something popping up unexpectedly, okay? And the Knight of Swords entices you to move forward quickly. There isn't a lot of time to think when he comes in. He comes in and he's like, hey, you know, how about this? And he exposes something and he says, come on, let's go. There's no time to pack a bag or anything. It's like, let's go. For it's now or never kind of thing. So I feel like something will come up unexpectedly, and you might, you know, like a sale on something or what have you, however it resonates for you. And the Hermit card has you going ahead, possibly doing it because you've been withdrawn, you've been sulking, you've been feeling a little down on yourself, you've been isolated, and you're like, hey, why not? This is gonna make me feel good. It came up. Here's an opportunity. I deserve this, so I'm gonna go ahead and do it. But the problem is that we have the Two of Swords here, which says that whichever way you decide on this, if you make a decision either way on this, whatever this is, there's going to be negative consequences associated with it. You're definitely stuck in the middle for a while. I feel like whatever this thing is that comes in, because the Knight of Swords, he can talk, okay? So all the swords can talk when they come in. And, you know, this person might even try to talk you into something because the swords are about intellect. So I feel like when he comes in, it's like there's this great opportunity coming up. And don't get me wrong, he thinks it's the best thing since sliced bread, okay? And he's like, listen, it just came up right now. Do it now or it's going to go away or what have you. You deserve this. You should have this. Let's make this happen. I get a little bit of a salesy talk to him. And he's actually talking so much with this Two of Swords, you're totally overwhelmed because he's giving you about 50 reasons in 5 minutes why you should do this, okay? So for a minute, you're confused. because you guys like to process things, so you don't like to be overloaded with information. It kind of causes you to be stuck. You guys need to kind of flesh everything out and think things out, but there's a certain amount of pressure that's going along with it. This person, I feel like, is putting some kind of urgency on you, saying, hey, if you don't do this now, you're going to go back to feeling like this. What I described with, feeling a little down. You deserve this. You should do this. It'll be fun. Whatever they're kind of telling you. And the Two of Swords here is telling you that, if you make a rush decision because you're pressured into it or because something comes up and you don't kind of flesh it out, you don't think on it, you don't flesh out all the information and lay it all out and kind of look at it, it's going to end up negatively either way. Okay. So just kind of look out for that. So, I mean, definite things to look out for in this reading: possible reconciliation, possibly someone coming from the past, making sure that you guys stay within your wonderful, grounded, earthy element and thinking things out instead of doing anything impulsive or being talked into doing anything impulsive. And otherwise, that's all I have for you all. If you would like a personal reading and would like to figure this out, just send me an email. We can go ahead and set that up. Make sure you check out my playlist. There's a library of stuff in there for you. And otherwise, I will see you April for your love readings. Adios from Veronica Garnett. Bye.